Hello, you amazing friends. Welcome to our International Networking Zoom for the 7th of the 7th, 2022. Can you please give the sexy person next to you a round of applause? And just to let you know, this is the holiday special from the Fairmont in the Blue Mountains. And they give our kids these cool little ducks. We've got a few of them. So we nicknamed this the Acorn duck because it's a very corporate looking yet cute kitty sort of duck. So there you go. So I want to say a big thank you. This is a holiday special. And the guest speaker tonight is me. We're actually going to have me as a guest speaker for a change, which is a bit odd. And we're going to talk about holidays and the importance of having them as a business owner. So something completely off topic. Now, first, I just want to say a big welcome. If you just come in, a big thank you. It is being recorded, so keep it clean and positive. This is a networking event. We run them every week for you, and a big wave to everyone. Now, I just want to open up. We've got one of our leaders in the house. We've got the amazing Alexander Kittle. He is one of our wonderful leaders for our Meetup in Canberra. How you doing, Alex? Good seeing you.
I've almost thought you forgot where we're from, Edward. Seriously, no, I'm absolutely amazing today. Overworked, overpaid, and which is a good thing to have, but I'm glad to be here for an hour of rest and recreation.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Now, I am on leave, everyone, so I do have a glass of wine. So please, if you've got any alcohol, I'm kind of ripping off Karen Clark here, but Alexander Kittle, tell us a bit about you and what you do while I give everyone a toast.
I'm a relationship manager for a large IT company here in Australia. My main role is to make sure that the right products get into the right hands of people like yourselves and give the right advice to all the resellers that sell all the computers to all the partners around the world. I also do a little bit of a side. I'm also a sales mentor, 30 odd years of experience in the sales industry. Ranging from retail right through to corporate level and distribution to where I'm at now.
Oh, pleasure. Now, you are an amazing sales coach. I'm going to say as well, can you please give us all one networking tip so everyone can get the most out of the Zoom and networking in general?
Take the love. So I think yesterday, just as an example, one of my partners rang up and said, he was telling me a story that he connected with another person in Queensland. He said, I had to go to the master networker, Alex. He just throws names at me and I had to ring you. And I thought, oh, okay, Edward must be rubbing off on me at the end of the day to be called a master networker at the end of the day. And I think that's the most important part. Sometimes you might want to listen to everything that's out there. And if you think you're going to connect with someone, definitely reach out to them after the meeting. So I know Edward will always say, have 3 one-on-one meetings, but I reckon quality over quantity is always better. So have one quality meeting with someone.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. So how about we change the rules? Let's do a rule change because I agree with Alex. Alex has been networking longer than me. So I've always said book 3 one-on-one business appointments, and Alex correctly comes in and says, no, Ed, screw that. Do one quality one. Quick vote here. Who votes on one quality? Raise your hand. And if you vote on 3, raise 2 hands. And just hold them up so I can get a litmus test of what's going on. So 1 hand for 1. Oh, we look tired. Oh, no, everyone said, it looks like you've been voted in. It looks like, Alex, we're now going to change policy. We now book 1 quality meeting per event. Does that sound good to you, Alex?
It does. And if you think about it, because that'll actually scare people a little bit. They'll think, all right, who do I call? So you've got to play the numbers game. So in my game is my pipeline's always 5 to 1. And my success rate's usually around 33%. So you just know if you touch 5 people in message and say, hey, you want to connect, you will probably find out of those 5, 3 will say yes, and you'll get 1 quality meeting. So definitely reach out to as many people, but when you have that 1 quality meeting where you really engage with quality time.
Oh my God, can we get up for Alex? So well said. So there we go. We've had a new policy change live from the Fairmont and Blue Mountains with my glass of wine and Acorn duck who's joining us tonight. And so yeah, I think it's really, really cool. In fact, what do you think, Acorn duck? I think that's a great policy change. We should do that. Yeah, he's spot on. So we're going to call him Acorn duck. What do you think of your name, Acorn duck? Yeah, that's awesome. And I've got to say, everyone's really sexy and Alex is really handsome. I agree. Who put up your hand if you think Alex is handsome? I think Acorn duck's on the money. So anyway, we love you. We love you, Alex. So can we have a round of applause? Alex is beautiful. We've got one of our other wonderful leaders in. I saw Amir Meshal. He helps us run our Sydney meetups. And Amir, please, did you want to, I don't know if you're able to, do you want to say a quick hello and give us a quick networking tip if you can speak right now?
Absolutely. I'm in a bit of a noisy area, Ed, so excuse the background noise. So what I do, I'm the Australian house buyer. My speciality is on the coast. So I love these type of meetings, Ed, because of the people that come and visit your lovely show. Right now, I'm in a room with about 100 property developers and renovators and all the fun stuff that we all do behind the scenes, which is my once a month meetup. But you know what? I wanted to jump out and speak to you and your lovely followers.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Can we give it up for Amir? And Amir, just tell us very quickly what you do before we let you get back to your party.
I'm a professional house buyer. So what that means is the busy couples that are working in Sydney, Perth, Melbourne, all the places where you see Ed's live meetups, they're the ones that I help in the research and finding and in extrapolating all the information, all the data, all the crap that's out there into something that's actually usable, because it means nothing. All the information in the world, it might be great education, but it means nothing until you actually can use it. So I help the buyers actually use it and buy a freestanding house.
Oh, brilliant. We love you. Can we have a round of applause for Amir? Amir, just brilliant and amazing. Now, we've got amazing Simone Lord here, and Simone and I have been having some great conversations lately. And I'm really excited because Simone Lord has launched a new personal coaching program. It's been highly awaited, highly anticipated. And Simone, thank you for joining us. I just want to say a quick hello to you. Did you want to say a quick hello and tell us about your new personal coaching program, which is very exciting?
Sure. Thanks, Ed. Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday. Congratulations to all the parents out there who have successfully navigated almost a week of school holidays, especially if you're working from home like me. It is always challenging, but very exciting that I have launched a new program this week all around my lifestyle and business mentorship. So as many of you on this call would know, I'm kind of a little bit of a master of everything. So I thought I'd just package that all up into one and share that with you all and give you a really holistic and lifestyle approach to helping you succeed in life and in business. So I'm really excited for that. And I would actually love to hear some feedback on when people are having their one-to-ones. Now, I have a 30-minute Calendly link that I've been booking my conversations in. However, they are ending up being 45 minutes or an hour every single time. So if someone could give me some tips on how they structure their kind of meetings or how they actually keep to their time frame, I would really love to hear that. Ed, do you have any tips for me? Because I am blowing out my time schedule on catching up with people.
Yeah, I think your problem, Simone, is you're too much of a nice person. You need to be more of a dick like me. I just go, I remember one time, this is a funny, I don't want to deflect from the networking, but funny story. One time, this is ages ago, I was speaking to a guy who was actually quite a good guy, but he talks too much. And he just went on for like 30 minutes straight. And that 30 minutes, I lost it and said, oh, I got to go now. What? Yeah, I got to go now. I just sat there and listened to this guy go narcissistic on me for half an hour. These days, I just end up the call. Oh, I got to go in 10 minutes. There you go. So I don't know. You're too much of a nice person. My advice to you is keep being a nice person, Simone, or you'll turn into a dick like me. Please don't do that. It's not recommended. And put up your hand if you think Simone's a nice person. And put up your hand if you think I'm a little bit of a dick, at least a little bit. Yeah, I am. No, I think I'm a dick. You guys are awesome. There you go. I love you guys. I love you guys. In fact, that's what.
Can I give a tip here, Ed?
Oh, shoot, Alex. Alex, you're the man here.
It's called the keep on track method. If you're finding that your conversation's going off track of what you're planning to do, you've got to force the conversation back in. So we do that in our sales when we try to find all this information. We call it funneling. We funnel all this information into the bot. And some people will go off track and go, I need to do this because A, B, C, D. You just sort of say, yeah, all right, we'll talk about that later, and then bring it back on track, and you'll find that you can bring the time down very, very quickly. Generally, like I do the same. I've got 20 minutes between each meeting every now and again, and trust me, if I can do a 45-minute coffee and get to my next meeting in 15 minutes, and I get some of the best talkers all day. So it's just a matter of keep it on track, keep it simple. And then just say, we'll discuss that another time. It's actually a good excuse for you to book another conversation and another meeting to close the sale.
Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. I think definitely Simone and Alex should get on a call and definitely have a chat to each other. Who thinks that's a great idea? I certainly do. So
I do need a new PT too, but she's too far away.
Oh, definitely. I think you two should definitely get on a call because here's the thing. You never know what's going to happen, huh? Opportunities get created.
True that.
Beautiful. All right, can we give it up for Alex and Simone? Love your work. Now, I was just going to say as well, if you've just come in, this is a holiday special from the Blue Mountains. Lassie and the kids and our grandmother are out for dinner right now. As I sit in one of the rooms doing this wonderful Zoom to you, and we've got a great guest. We've got Acor Duck with us. Say hello to Acor Duck. Great seeing these sexy people here. Absolutely. He thinks you're all very, very sexy. In fact, do you think Alex the German's very handsome? Oh, yeah, he's a real honey. Well, you got a fan right there, Alex. So there you go. So Acor Duck has got the hots for you. So, you know, he kind of likes dudes, if you know what I mean. So just want to say a big welcome. Great having you with us. Now I just want to say a quick hello to everyone. And we've got Amy Hammond from Florida with us. Amy, do you want to say a quick hello while I see you there? Because I know you might have to run with all your crazy schedule. Unmute though, Amy. Hit the unmute key.
I'm trying to. I'm trying something different. Good morning, everybody. I'm trying something different. I'm mixing it up. I'm outside listening to the cicadas going, and it's like just a little after 6 a.m. here. And Edward, I've been to the Blue Mountains. As a matter of fact, I got lost one time in the Blue Mountains. And another matter of fact, there was a fire that broke out while I was in the Blue Mountains. So
the question everyone's thinking, did you light the fire? And please don't lie.
Well, fire seems to follow me around at times. Did I tell you about the time that I lit my hut on fire in Thailand? We'll save that for another time.
Oh, so the answer is you might have. That's the answer, maybe.
Let's stay on track. So everybody, I'm Amy. I'm with Intimate Body Care, and we are providing and seeking out women-owned natural body care products in eco-friendly packaging. So if you love a product or have somebody who is working on their own brand, please have them get a hold of me. And I'm also working on, you'll have to check into my series called Intimate Conversations About. And I would love to have anybody on, particularly women who are business owners who can serve other women who are, working on their own businesses.
Amy, I love it. Can we give it up for Amy? And Amy's lives are amazing, so I highly encourage you to get in there. Amy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. And this is the holiday special with Edward. I'm on leave today, hence I've got a glass of wine. So if you are into alcohol, I highly recommend you grab it now. I don't normally drink, but it's holidays, and Acor Duck said it was okay. In fact, Acor Duck, do you agree with alcoholism? Yeah, it's great. You got to stop being sober all the time. Yeah, see, Acor Duck totally gets it. In fact, let's bounce over to Heck. Speaking of the opposite of being a drunk like me, we've got amazingly fit Heck who works out 24 hours a day. Heck, you're not only looking handsome, but how are you, my friend? It's an honor having you with us.
Good morning, dear sir. Lovely to be here, and good to see you all. It's a bit grey and miserable here in Blighty, but it's you cheer us all up, Ed, and it's a great moment to share together. So listen, there is, let me just say something. I was about to say that there's nothing wrong with a little bit of wine. It's got all the polyphenols and all the good stuff, and it makes you feel chilled out. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you don't do it too regularly. That's the key. That is the key. So now and again is absolutely fine. So yes, so for those of you that don't know me, I'm a fitness and health coach and live in sunny England. So yeah, it's great to be here, Ed.
Oh, we love you, Heck, and Heck's a great guy. Round of applause for Heck. We're going to take a photo shortly, so turn on your webcams and get ready. But before we take a photo, we've got amazing Christine Bell with us. Now, I've had Christine Bell and I have been talking all the time. Christine's busy working on a workshop and new innovations, and so honored to have you with us, Christine. How are you tonight?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
It's great to have you with us. Please tell us about you, your workshop, whatever you got cooking, Christine Bell.
Fantastic. Well, I'm a customer researcher and strategist, and so I love helping my clients build successful and sustainable businesses by aligning essentially your offer and your marketing with your customers' needs and to add real value to their life. And so essentially, I'm the voice of your customers. Anyway, what I have coming up is a workshop on how to develop I just lost my voice, how to develop a robust target market strategy. And it's happening from Friday, the 22nd of July, and it's over 2 weeks. So if you're interested in participating in that, it's only 6 people. I've got 4 people already. So it's going to be intimate and very interactive. So if you're interested in participating, please hit me up. for half an hour conversation if you would like to, or I'll put in my link as well for the actual invite to the workshop. And if you want to talk to me, please love to have a one-on-one.
Oh, Christine, we love you. Round of applause to Christine. A big thank you. Now we're going to take a group photo now. So if you can, please turn on your webcams. It usually helps. And try and lean forward so you've got more presence and do something very cool. Turn your webcams if you can. I'm going to hold up my glass of wine. Actually, I'm going to do Acor Duck. So I got to use one hand and press the screen. So I'm going to do Acor Duck instead. Ain't that right? Yes, sir. These people are awesome. There we go. So let's go. So I'm going to do Acor Duck. So 3, 2, 1, smile and hold the pose. Oh my God, beautiful photo. Obviously, Michelle wins with the pooch, which makes me think we should hear from Michelle next. Michelle, did you want to say a quick hello while you've got Acor Poochie?
Hello, yeah, that's Franny, the sweet little Franny. Hi, everybody. It's so nice to hear what everyone's up to. It's really exciting. So in a few weeks, I will be giving my first presentation to the Brisbane Meetup. So anyone who's in Brisbane or planning to come to Brisbane, I would love to see you there. It's very exciting. And I'm going to try and pull a couple of things off that'll be interesting if I can sort of make it all work with time. But we're going to have a really interesting talk about how you can have strategies and internal resources and make use of them, not just in the sexual assault area, in which is where I work, but also just in every aspect of your life, including business, and how you can actually change things with limiting beliefs and new decisions and things like that, how we store them in the body and how they actually work for or against us. I'm going to do a little demonstration. So I know a lot of people hear these things bandied around, but it doesn't really have a lot of meaning. So I'm hoping to give some meaning through a demonstration. So I'm really excited. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, Michelle. We love you, Michelle. Absolutely amazing. And join us in Brisbane for a presentation. And David Quinn Watson, our wonderful sales coach. David Quinn Watson, the floor is yours. How are you, my friend? And how has life been for you?
I'm doing very well, Ed. Thank you very much. For those of you who don't know, and this will be going right against what Ed's doing now, it's dry July. So it's been going since 2008. 3 guys in Melbourne got together and decided they'd give up the alcohol for July. And so I'm helping them in a new role that I've taken on just to support myself a bit better. And we're encouraging people to give up alcohol for a month. It's probably too late to start now, but we're just spreading the word around. So great to be involved with that. The funds go towards cancer, and it's a really great cause. So very few people I talk to in that role have not been affected in some way by cancer, either directly through their families or friends. So if you're thinking of doing something healthy or to support others, that's something you can think of for next year, maybe. So I'm a sales coach and mentor. I've been in financial services 40 years, learnt a few life lessons, which my one regret was I learnt very late in life, and I want to bring those much earlier to people so that they can have successful businesses. Great to be here, Ed. Thanks very much. Cheers.
David Quinn Watson, we appreciate you. And just if you've come in as well, just to let you know, if you've just come in, as of a new policy devised by our German friend Alexander Kittel from Canberra, what we're doing now is book one high quality business appointment. So whenever you go to a networking event, be it ours or anyone's, book that one high value meeting. Okay, so find someone really cool on this call and book a meeting with them afterwards and do some business and work out what you can create. Also, I just realized there's more people coming in now, so I think we should redo the photo. So can we all turn on our webcams again? So last one, we had a full screen, but a lot of people had their cams off. You can turn on your cams again. That'll be really good. Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. Okay, let's take another photo. We got more cams on. So all right, everyone. 3, 2, 1, big smile. And hold the pose. Much better, a significant improvement. I'm going to do it again because Faisy looks like she's been drinking like me. Let's do it again. 3, 2, 1, smile, Faisy. Much better, Faisy. You look fantastic. There we go. So it's all really, really good. So a big thank you. Just to let you know, tonight's guest speaker is me. I'm doing a holiday special. I'm going to talk to you about a few mindset ideas shortly, which I don't normally do. I'm more of a LinkedIn trainer these days. We're going to talk about mindset. What I want to do before that is I want to open it up to the floor. So well, this is the section we'll sort of open up the floor. So if you want to speak, usually aim for half a minute max. Be like focused, be direct in what you're trying to say. And you might promote your business, you might promote a workshop coming up, or you might just say a quick hello and you want to connect. So if you want to say hello, just put your hand up and you just go for half a minute max and be short and focused. And oh my God, Sandra D. How you doing, Sandra? The floor's yours.
Hi, Ed. I'm good. How are you? Nice to be here and just meet all these interesting people here tonight. Just make it short and sweet. I run a business, just rebranded today, Word Empire. So I do copywriting and content for business owners. I work one-on-one with them, hence words. I do video scripts, websites, even ebooks and white papers. And yeah, look, it's just nice networking and meeting people. So I'll leave it at that.
We love you, Sandra D. Round of applause to you, Sandra D. Big welcome. I was thinking Sandra D from Greece. Am I thinking the right film or am I mixed up? Is that Sandra D? I don't know.
It is. She's a bit of an annoying character, but many people, like link me to that character. Or there was an actress in the 1950s called Sandra D. She had a bit of a bad end. She was an alcoholic, not about drinking here tonight, but she demised. So yeah, but.
There we go. Well, you're going to be counter-trained and you're going to live for a long time, Sandra D. We love you. There we go.
I hope so.
There you go. Aria, how you doing? Aria, the floor is yours.
I've been doing good. Thank you, Edward. Okay, just want to do a quick introduction, everyone. My name is Aria. I'm actually from Indonesia, but the reason why I'm here because I do have a business with my friend in Australia. Our business is specialized in web development and web design. Yeah. Our offline office is based in Jura Bombera in New South Wales. Yeah, in overall, we provide web development services at the best price and cheapest as possible, accordingly to your expectation and requirement. Okay, I put it in the chat box for more detail about the business, about myself. There you go. Okay, if you have any concern or any question, or if you want to make a one-on-one appointment, according the web development, you can feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you very much.
Oh, beautiful. Big thank you, Aria. It's a pleasure. And Aria makes a good point. Please connect with each other on LinkedIn and remember, book one high quality business appointment with somebody, because again, as I'm sure Alex would say, the real networking occurs at the end of the meeting. I think Alex would definitely agree with that point. There you go. In fact, quickly, Alex, do you agree with that statement? The real networking occurs after the meeting. Is that a reasonable statement to make?
Things happen after the network meeting, which I think is probably the better statement to have.
There we go. Precise and accurate. We love you, Alex. There you go. Only a German can have that level of precision. There you go.
Oh, gee whiz. Just because I drive a German car, you're now rubbing the German bit into it, aren't you?
I now drive a German car. It's built to perfection. There you go. I now drive a German car. There you go.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we love you. Love you. We love you, Alex. Alessio, how you doing, Alessio? The floor's yours.
Hi, everyone. Today I had my test COVID and the results said I'm negative, so I don't have any COVID, and I can go out everywhere I can, everywhere I want. So I'm so happy, and Edward, I'm toasting as you with a beer. You with wine, I have a beer. So cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Anyway,
cheers.
thank you very much for this. I can see all the new faces and familiar faces. So for the new faces, I introduce myself. I'm Alessio from Italy. I'm a wine expert, and I'm working on different projects regarding sustainability. So I'm looking for people who are working in the automotives and solar panels industries. So I will put the details in the chat box, and I'm looking for connecting with you. and also have a one-to-one with you all. Thank you very much, Edward, and speak soon.
Oh, we love you, Alessio. Round of applause, Alessio, and congratulations on becoming clear of COVID. I've had COVID a few times over the past few years, so I know the feeling. It's good getting out of the clink, so good for you, man. Andreas, so good seeing you. How are you, Andreas?
It's so lovely to be here, Ed. I'm super boosted. I'd like to thank you and Lassie for all you do. I'm very passionate about PR, photography, and all things creative. I just want you to know that I just finished a council meeting and they said to me, would you like a coffee? I said, no, no, no. I have an item of utmost importance. It's a foreign affairs meeting on Zoom.
There you go.
And it's great to be here. I wouldn't miss it for the world if I can help it. Thank you for everything you do.
Oh, we love you, Andreas. And tell us about what you're working on, Andreas, too, before you run. What are you working on now?
Yeah, I've had the blessing of being introduced to movies recently, taking stills for movies. And hopefully I can't disclose too much about it because we sign a contract, but I will do so in the near future. And I may have another one in September. All this could not have been possible if I wasn't on LinkedIn. It's opened my mind. It's changed my mindset. And I've returned to a vibrant mojo.
Oh, congratulations, Andreas. Round of applause. And I relate to your story. I was a homeless veteran when I was about 29, 30. So I know what it's like to get back into life. So believe me, it's amazing. Pleasure. And Cami, how you doing, legendary? Cami, always great seeing you.
I'm good at work, so I can't stay long. So I'm all about.
And you can't start drinking at work? You're not allowed to start drinking?
Yeah, I'm Kemi from London, so I help people with their health wealth and just bring a positive light to humanity and the world. So my details are in the chat box. If you haven't connected with me, I'll be happy to chat and just get to know you. All right, bye for now. Have a nice day, everyone.
We love you, Cami. And everyone, remember, book one quality business appointment with someone and keep it moving. Baksha, how you doing, Baksha? The floor is yours.
Hi, Edward. Hi, everybody. I'm doing fine. I'm just recovering from a stomach bug. So I've had some medications and feeling better now. But otherwise, I'm enjoying my new job as a business development manager in a small consulting firm here. And yeah, so it's going on pretty well so far. Hopefully, things should work out for me. So yeah, all good.
Baksha, I'm glad you're better.
And I'm looking forward to speaking with you, Simone, tomorrow.
Yes, there we go. Baksha, round of applause. That's the thing, book one business appointment with someone here. Now, I was just going to say, we're going to get to the expert speaker slot, and the expert speaker happens to be this guy called Edward Zier tonight, which would be really cool. I don't usually speak at my own events, so that's quite funny. I actually forgot how to speak in front of a group, so I'll be quite nervous. I was just going to say, though, if you haven't spoken and you would like to speak, I invite you right now. Okay, if you haven't spoken, you would like to speak, I invite you right now. Just hit the hands up key and don't be shy. The only person that'll bite is Acor Duck, and I've got him under control. EL, welcome. How you doing, EL?
Excellent. How are you?
Good seeing you, man. What's going on?
Yeah, all good. All good. My name is Eyal. I'm IT consultant, helping small and medium businesses. Typical client will be those that are having 11, 12, 13 different applications that are running the business with separate data, not connected and not talking to each other, inefficiencies and how to get by that. And it's a roadblock to grow. And I'm coming in and looking at what they do, how they're doing it, designing a solution and creating a more efficient technology environment for them, and taking care of the entire implementation process.
Oh, beautiful, yeah. Man.
That's me.
Oh, you think about EL. Round of applause to EL. Would anyone else, whether you've spoken or not, would anyone else like to speak before we get into the expert educational slot, which happens to be me this time, which is quite funny. Mel Jensen, what are you thinking, Mel Jensen? And then we got you, Tia, Mel Jensen and Tia.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Edward. I just want to say to everybody, please have respect for emergency services personnel, whether it be police, ambulance, fire brigade, nurses, whoever. Please have respect for them all because they're out there doing a very hard job, and they need to be able to sort of go home to their families. I just want to say that. I know, Simone, I know you're involved with the police, but I just want to say that to everybody, sort of like, because did anybody hear about the guy today got handed in? That took 32 years. He hit 2 police officers 32 years ago in Paran. And one of them has never been able to work since. Yeah, it's not very good. So just so I pass it on. Everybody's allowed to connect with me, and I hope you all do, please. And I'm so pumped for Monday. I start my new job on Monday. So pumped for it. Yeah.
Congratulations. Can we give it up for Mel? Congrats on your new job. Always good starting a new job that you really want.
Yeah, it's great. It's working in a call centre, related to the police. That's all I can say right now.
There you go. There you go. I love it. So I think Mel will call hit squads on people. So if you piss off Mel will call a hit squad on you. So yeah, don't piss off Mel, whatever you do. So if you pay Mel like $500, she can call hit squads on your enemies. So I might need your services, Mel. That'll be good. Tia, how you doing, Tia? Hit that unmute key, Tia.
New computer. Oh, there we go.
Turn your web. Yeah, okay, we can see you and hear you. Floor's yours, Tia.
I know. New computer. I'm still working out where everything works and is on my new computer. But this week, I work with a multi-level marketing, and I know people sort of go to that, but I do it because I love the oil. So I am with doTERRA. I promote locally a lot of do local stuff, and it's really hard to do that when the bulk of your company is based in the States. But recently, we have a whole pile of products now made in Australia, which is phenomenal. The fact that our supplements are now Australian made, and a lot of our cleaning products actually were formulated and made in Australia. So I'm super pumped that the company that I'm aligned with has worldwide connections, but now has such a grounding in Australia. So yeah, I just wanted to share that because I'm super excited and super proud that happens. They also have a Healing Hands Foundation, which previously, again, you saw all work overseas. We have a Healing Hands project 20 minutes down the road from where I live, which has just had massive reach across Australia with Esca bags. I don't know if you've heard. I think I've posted them on your page, the escape bags. So Stacey Jane and the escape bags for victims of domestic violence. So there is some amazing things happening, even though, like I said, when I joined the company, it was American based. There's now so much of it that is intrinsically wired in Australia, which I love it. I'm super happy and reignited to be there.
Oh, Tia, congratulations. Round of applause. And you live down the road from Simone Lord as well, I understand.
Oh, I literally live around the corner from Simone.
Oh, there you go. After
one more thing. Well, when you were talking about Blue Mountains and things, there's this awesome little gift shop in Lura, and that's where I got this one from. He's very cute. He's very shy, but if you give him a big round of applause, he will come out and wave. So it's my bear. I love him. He's so gorgeous. I've had him for a long time now. I think I got him just before I had my kids. And he was just here on the bookshelf. So there you go. Thank you.
I was going to suggest when you finish the Zoom, you should take a 6-pack over to Simone's house and put some photos up on LinkedIn. So definitely take 6-pack.
So Simone, I'm going to throw that back at you because you know where I live. I don't know. Oh, wait, no, I do know where you live. We worked that out, didn't we? It's all good.
So you got to bring the 6-pack. You're not getting out of that one. You got to pay for it. Sorry. There we go. Beautiful. Now, big round of applause, Tia. Would anyone else like to say anything before we go into the expert speaking slot with me tonight, which is crazy? Excellent. All right. So what I'll do is I'm only going to go for about 5 minutes because my points are fairly salient and direct. But what I want to do is I'm just going to hit share screen for you. If you've got any questions, by the way, just throw them in the chat. And that's our group photo, by the way. when I finish this Zoom, I'll upload a group photo right away. It's really good. Now, I'll tell you where I'm coming from, actually. Can you see my PC screen all right? You should see a photo of Lassie in the bridge and all that. And see a thumbs up if you can see my PC screen all right. Excellent. So a bit of context about me. So these days, I'm mostly a LinkedIn trainer and I run a business network. It's all I do these days. I'm very focused. But when I started my business, I actually used to be a general business coach. So I started off as a business coach. Then over time, I became more of a marketing coach. Then I became an influencer coach. Now I'm pretty much a LinkedIn trainer running a business network. So very super niche and very much that. But before that, I used to do a lot of mindset stuff. Actually, a lot of people don't know this. And by the way, I'm not selling this, I'm just saying. I'm actually a master practitioner in NLP. So I've actually done a lot of NLP, a lot of advanced studies and all that. And where it basically related to me was that I really screwed my life up, just being honest with you all. I got into working for the government, had PTSD for years. I had a really successful career as a corporate, and I kind of flushed it all down the toilet when I got really sick from my PTSD. So I went from earning, like, being a six-figure character wearing suits and, you know, dating lots of women, to being a homeless veteran living in my car. So I had a very much a rebirth of my identity when I was about 29, 30. And what was interesting about the whole story is right about then, I really basically rewrote my whole life. I rewrote the way my brain worked. I really used NLP to rewire my brain. And where I'm coming to you on this one is right now I am on holidays and I'm absolutely loving it, right? And I'm just so honored to be with you, winners, and thank you again. And for years, I had a lot of trouble relaxing. You know, I felt a lot of guilt from my home. I don't know if you guys ever carry around a lot of guilt and shame. I sort of carried around a lot of guilt and shame from my homeless days. And I really felt, I suppose, quite negative because I kind of screwed my life up. And one of the biggest problems I felt for years, and put up your hand if you can relate to this, by the way, I'll leave a comment, but I couldn't relax for years. I can relax pretty well these days. I'm fine now, but for years I couldn't relax. I couldn't enjoy myself, and I was just overcome by guilt. Now, what I want to say to you is whether you've got more money than me or less than the money than me, I actually don't care. It's not about comparison here, but basically what I'm asking you is this. I'm asking this rhetorically. You don't have to out yourself or anything, but if you're carrying around a lot of guilt, if you don't feel where you are in your life, where you want to be, if your life hasn't gone the way that it's planned out, I just want to forgive you on that one. I just want to say it's okay to you because you still need to enjoy your life. Whether you've got heaps of money and you're winning big or you've taken a few losses, you need to enjoy your life. Now, one of the biggest regrets I have in my life, and I don't carry many regrets, this is one regret I have, is that I never enjoyed core parts of my life very well. I just kept focusing on work and I skipped over core parts of my life. And I kind of say, there's only one regret I have in life, and that is not enjoying it as much as I should have. Okay. I look back and I said, man, I had some cool experiences in my life and I just overglossed them and was just focused on work. Okay. So that's the only one regret I have. Has anyone ever glossed over something? I don't know if any of you have this, I suppose, reflection that I do, but do you ever look back on your life and you think, my God, I wish I enjoyed that more. I wish I did this more. Put up your hand or leave a comment if you agree with me. I don't know if you carry that regret or is it just an Edwards ear thing? But here's 3 points I want to share with you that's very important. Number one, as you can see on screen, you are allowed to relax. I just want to say that to you, winners, you are allowed to relax. If you have trouble relaxing, let me know in the chat. If you're good at relaxing, let me know in the chat. I'm curious to see what everyone thinks, but you are allowed to relax, okay? You may have had a few rough years, you might have had some difficulties, but you are allowed to relax. You can't get a car, for example, and drive a car for 2 weeks straight. If you got a car and drove it for 2 weeks straight, the thing would probably blow up after about 2 or 3 days. The human body is the same. Don't work yourself into a ground like I did many times. And Andreas left a great comment. I get that. It took me a while to understand that we need to enjoy life to the max. I was a glosser, now I embrace every church moment. And I love that term glosser because that's how I used to be. I used to have core moments in my life and I never absorbed them. I never stopped for a minute and interpreted that moment. I just kept working and working and working, right? So I look back, right? I look back and say, again, the biggest regret in my life is not enjoying it enough, okay? And again, it doesn't take blind free to see that I'm catching up on that right now, which I certainly am, but you know, just want to say it to you, which is good. And yeah, it's interesting actually. Now, Michelle Slight says, great point from Michelle. I'm going to dive into that. So true, Edward. Us victims of sexual assault don't celebrate how amazing we are despite our dysfunction. Yeah, now, interestingly, now, I've never been sexually assaulted, so I can't relate to that. But I've got PTSD, which I can certainly relate to, right? A lot of victims of sexual assault understandably have PTSD. And that's the kind of thing even though I've never been sexually assaulted, I find myself getting sexual assault survivors because they're kind of like me. They can't sit still and they just can't relax for 10 minutes, right? And again, I don't blame the survivors. I blame the perpetrators, right? Just to be clear on that. But I get you for that. So whatever it is, it's really good. And now Lily left a great point, right? Lily, great tip. I get burnt out very often. Yeah, I used to get burnt out all the time. And it was actually one of my friends that actually said to me, Ed, can you get a car and drive it for 2 weeks straight? No, and they were a mechanic, by the way. No, if you drive a car, the cars will usually blow up after about 20 hours of driving. If you get any car, I'm just talking like a domestic car, right? Not a fleet train. But if you drive for 20 hours, it'll probably start to malfunction, right? Human body is very similar. You just can't drive it. You just can't drive it weeks and weeks without any servicing, right? And to me, that analogy just worked in my engineering mind, which is very good. So yes, I used to get burnt out all the time. Please don't do that. Faisy makes a good point. We are to live our lives like every day is the best day of our lives. Yeah, and Faisy got it. And that's something that I've really embraced lately. I've really said it's okay to relax. It's okay to have a good time. It's okay to spend a bit of money and enjoy it, right? Which is very, very, very good. And Amy's an interesting one. Amy is perhaps the antithesis, but I understand her point of view. Amy's the antithesis of this in that I have the opposite regret. I had to learn discipline. So yeah, it's funny, Amy, is I find people either workaholics like me, and they skip over all the good shit in their life and they like, oh, damn it, why'd I do that? Or people have said, I've kind of wasted my life and here I am to catch up. But I kind of get it. Whether you're on that side of the spectrum or that, it's the same deal. We're all kind of working to the center, which is very good. And I love your work, Amy. Great share from Christine Bell. Thanks for sharing, Edward. I can relate to what you're saying, even though our experience is different. Relaxing and having fun now. Find the best in every moment and trust that it's perfect, even if you don't understand it. Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. I think it's all very important. Love your comments, right? Keep going. Faisy loves the message. Bakshar says, yeah, and I think Bakshar, I kind of get you because I think you and I are quite similar. I haven't enjoyed life for a while now. You got to enjoy it, right? You have to stop there and enjoy it because I look back on my life and I'm like, God damn it. I wish I just stopped for a moment, even just for 10 minutes, right? I just wish I stopped for just 10 goddamn minutes and said, this is awesome. By all means, I can call myself an idiot and have negative self-talk, but I couldn't even take a break just for 10 minutes just to enjoy something. So there you go. Nuts. Winnie, live life to the max. Yeah, I was drinking Pepsi before, so I get that. Pepsi Max, that was good. Sandra D. I found I visit the past and things I'm not happy about and I don't live there. I've reached a conclusion that it's okay to visit the past but not to live there. My future is always creating my future self while living the present. The sweet spot for me makes a difference. Exactly. Arguably, I live in the past a little bit too much, which is a good, probably a slight against me. But it's interesting because I agree with you. By all means, don't live in the past. But I suppose the mistakes I've made in the past have made me very present, made me really enjoy and live in the moment. Hex says learning to relax is very important. Yep, never been good at it. Hex a master at it. So Hex a great guy for balance, that's for sure. Christine loves Sandra. Baksha says loves Heck. Sandra D says, my focus is all about creating my future self. Yeah, well said, well said. Andreas says, burnout is a real thing. It's important to step back before we suffer it. Avoidance is so much better than months of recovery. Oh, yeah. And again, I think, again, I'm not a psychologist. Now, I'm not here to talk about me, right? And, a lot of people actually don't like talking about themselves. But interestingly, I've only started to think this way lately, actually. Even though it was PTSD that sort of led me to being a homeless veteran, I think it was a combination of PTSD and burnout. That poisonous cocktail led to me falling in a heap. I think it was just years of stress, and I'm sure Michelle Slate and I had this chat. It was just years of stress and anxiety and PTSD and just my body falling apart and couldn't hold down a job or anything. So there you go. I'm a homeless guy. No good fun. So, but anyway, there you go. I screwed up my life doing that. Heck makes a good point. Relaxing and resting needs to be scheduled. I was a workaholic for years. Yeah, Heck, I get you, man. Bakshaw says, I've been a workaholic for 12 years. Yeah, don't screw up your life like I did, Bakshaw, that's for sure. Or you'll be a bald Persian guy in 10 years, say, running webinars. So there you go. Yeah, in fact, there's a warning to you all. If you work too hard and don't enjoy it, you'll wake up an Arabic guy running webinars, posting on LinkedIn all day. So if you want to avoid my life, please listen to me. There you go. Or you'll be addicted to LinkedIn, posting shit all day. Weird stuff too. John Telson makes a good point. Good seeing you, John. Find out what makes you happy and just do those things. Absolutely. Have a me day once or twice a week. It's funny, Winnie. I've started having me days that they're awesome. It's really, really, really good. And a great one from Christine Bell. I left my last job after burning out a few times during my career and not dealing with it. I started my business loss development self, and good for you. And credit to Christine Bell. Christine and I think we've both run ourselves into the grounds at points in life. And Christine's done an amazing job with your healing, which is really good. And now Mel Jensen makes an interesting point, and I'm actually going to slightly disagree with you, Mel, if I can. You're speaking to a guy who's on the edge. I'll relax more if I get through probation in 6 months. Now, I'm actually going to, now I agree with the spirit of what you're saying, Mel, but I'm actually going to slightly disagree, because I remember I had probably 4 jobs in my life, and probably 4 or 5 jobs until I went into business for myself, right? So I've been through probation like 4 or 5 times. And I used to get so stressed and nervous in probations. And in looking back on it, I wish I just cruised through it. And if you lose your job, who gives a shit? Whatever, So if I can disagree with you, Mel, enjoy it, right? Even if you don't keep it, who cares? And you'll have, this might sound weird, the less you care is a better job you do. Anyone ever heard that statement? The less you care is a better job you do, because there's no nervousness. You do it out of love, not out of nervousness. So I don't know if you, anyway, I'm just going to, spiritually, I agree with you, Mel, but detail, I disagree with you. I'd love to hear what you think on that one. Sandra D says, thanks for sharing your story, Ed. The past adversity have been, just paraphrasing, you got to be proud of the dark parts of your journey. It ultimately shapes who we are. Well said, Sandra. That's very good. Raywin says, taking out me time is very, very, very good. And good. Mel does agree, but I'm not saying, I'm saying, Mel, I'm not saying, of course you care, but the less nervous you are is the better job you're going to do. That's the biggest thing I've learned. The less nervous you are is the better job you're going to do, which is all very good. So the next point is, thank you. Keep your comments coming, because I want to use this as part of the discussion. The next point is, and this is a really good one, do not think about work, but let creativity flow. So it's interesting. So right now, I'm obviously on leave right now, which is really good. Leave from what's a good question, but it's another discussion. This is kind of my life all the time. But the point I'm making is that even though I'm on holidays right now, I'm chilling out and enjoying, right? I don't think about work. And what I find is, but the creativity flows. So whilst I don't sit there and intentionally think about work, the creativity does flow though. And I'm getting all these cool ideas. So as I've been taking a bit of time off, I get cool ideas. And that's a key thing. If you want innovation in your business, you need to take a bit of time out. And I find when I take time out is when I get some of the most innovations. And again, this is not just Ed's opinion here. Companies spend lots of money on this. That's why Alexander Kittle, recently went away to a legendary sales conference. Companies will spend millions of dollars, big companies, sending their employees to resorts. And interestingly, right now we're staying at the Fairmont in Blue Mountains, which is a beautiful 5-star resort, part of the Accor group. And interestingly, there's basically 2 characters here right now. You're either a family with kids, or you're here for business. And there's actually all these, it was interesting because it's Thursday, obviously. It's not the weekend. So there are all these corporate functions going on today. So there's either people like me running around with the kids or people in business suits. So you're sort of seeing these 2 people in the same place at the same time, which is really, really cool. Yeah, and of course, Andreas talks about zapping those toxic people. Yes, and good point, good side note. I haven't said this in a while, but please block all your toxic, if you're connected with toxic people on Facebook or LinkedIn, please block them out. In fact, I invite you, block a toxic person right now. You don't need them, you don't want them, which is all very good. Sandra D says, let your obstacles and troubles inspire you to create the best version of yourself. Don't let them destroy you and make you bitter. Absolutely, Sandra, well said. Raymond is agreeing with that. And and also too, Lily's talking about her charitable foundation. Now, the next point I have is LinkedIn and smiley face. This is the biggest thing I say to everyone, right? Now, obviously, I work with LinkedIn and Microsoft. I live and breathe LinkedIn and business networking. I'm very niche these days, which is awesome. In fact, I don't even do business coaching anymore. I gave up business coaching a long time ago. I just did pure LinkedIn and run our community, which I really enjoy. But the point I want to say to you as a closing thought is still keep using LinkedIn. I say this, whether you're working or on leave, do a holiday post while you're on LinkedIn. Because what I find is my holiday content goes a long way on LinkedIn. It's kind of fun, actually. So what I find some people do is they kind of set themselves up to fail. They'll say, Ed, I'm going on holidays for a week. I'm not even going to touch LinkedIn. And I'll fold my arms and disagree with that, right? And what happens is after a week, they come back, they basically put themselves in con, they come back and get screwed. Even if you're on holidays, just jump on LinkedIn for 10 minutes a day. Do a quick post, share a holiday photo, because A, you'll feel less anxious because you're keeping up with your LinkedIn, but B, holiday content goes a long way on LinkedIn. So friends, that's the end of my presentation. I just want to share more business coaching thoughts with you, but I just want to say a big thank you for that. I just want to open up to the floor. If you've got any questions or thoughts or contributions to the discussion, just put your hands up. If you want to just type in, you can, but if you want to contribute to the discussion, please do. Heck, what's your contribution to the discussion? Please go for it.
Ed, as always, I thought you did a grand job. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Some really good points. And I'm one of the people, I've known you now for over a year, and I knew your veteran story, which I find fascinating. And you and me have met up on a number of occasions. All I wanted really just to add very quickly is, again, I coach a lot of people with stress and work hard and so forth. And I think when it comes to health and fitness, I'm not talking of running marathons. I'm not talking of squatting 100K. We can keep this super simple, right? And you and me discussed this a number of times, haven't we? We're doing press ups every day and so forth. But I think if we go down to the bare basics, okay, and I think this is an absolute minimum, and I don't care whether you're 70 or you're 17, man or woman, and these are the absolutely non-negotiables. You must get some sun every day on your face. Okay, we can go into massive discussion. Sun on your face first thing when you get up, that will reset yourself for sleeping. You need to have a few breaks a day, go for a walk, have a few breaks. I don't care how busy you are, you need to have those breaks. Drink water, get that water down your neck. Yes, you can drink wine, you can drink beer, get that water. So these are the absolute bare minimums. If I'm going to put a last one in, I would say make sure your sleep is on 7 hours. Doesn't need to be 10, doesn't need to be 9, doesn't need, just make sure you get 7 hours in. And if you do this regularly enough every single day, within a few weeks, you will see a big difference. But you have to be consistent without a handful of things, not 10, just a handful of things. That's me, Ed. I just wanted to share that with you.
And before you go, brilliant, by the way, Heck, we should get you to do a presentation. Coffee. John Telson asked about coffee. Now I'm a caffeine addict. What are your thoughts on coffee, Heck?
I can tell you the latest on coffee, right? So the issue with coffee has got a half-life of about 10 hours, meaning that if you go to bed at midnight, 10 hours less is going to have that effect. So what most experts recommend when it comes to coffee is you cut it off before 2 o'clock in the afternoon. If you want to play a little bit safer, go for 1. You can have the odd decaf, but I never go after 1 o'clock with coffee. If I want to have the odd decaf, I'll have the odd decaf after that. And that is key. So things that won't affect your sleep. And that's an easy one to do, really.
Oh, beautiful. And just so you know, I find the concept of decaf offensive, just to let you know that.
Some decafs are really tasty, Ed, and it's a bit like having non-alcoholic beer. I'm a big supporter of non-alcoholic beer. Again, I drink very little, so sometimes I just go for that sort of non-alcoholic beer, which is okay. So yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I can't remember what it was. One of the comedians in America, it was a running joke. Someone was talking about decaf and someone said, I find decaf as offensive as making a racist statement. It was quite funny. They made some funny comment like that. There you go. Now, Heck's in the zone. Heck, great contribution. Big thank you, my friend. And Alexander Kittle, what are you thinking, Alexander Kittle?
Look, I have to agree with everything that you said, and I think we need to learn the lessons from the corporations that have finally got their act together. So I work for a global organisation. What is it? Nearly 100,000 people employed worldwide, and they encourage leave. They encourage switch off. So we get birthday leave. So I'm getting a long weekend in August, and it's paid. They're forcing us to have time off at Christmas. They actually, it's compulsory to take your leave. They encourage you to take a day off here and there to relax. And like I said, I'm talking millions of dollars every day, and they're telling you switch off. I actually took some time off to go to Perth, and I reached out to my counterpart that we're organising a function for in Canberra at the end of the month and said, can you take care of that? And he said, I've got it, switch off. So if a corporation can do it, an entrepreneur can do it as well. You need to switch off and get back to your family, because what's the point of growing your business and being successful in your business if you're going to lose your personal health and your family at the same time?
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Well said, Alex. Round of applause. And I just say you work for a top company, that's for sure. And just on that note, building on what Alex is saying, I work directly with LinkedIn and Microsoft, and LinkedIn and Microsoft followed that similar logic. So interestingly, I think it's once a month. Tori was telling me that LinkedIn has day off once a month. So basically they have a light duties day once a month where you can just chill out, hang around home, do whatever you want to do. So yeah, LinkedIn and Microsoft and all the tech companies are right into it. So brilliant, Alex. Would anyone else love to say anything, just adding to the discussion or anything like that? Put up your hand if you want to add to the discussion or anything. No, all good. Brilliant. All right, so just before you all go, I'm just going to show you the state of the nation and what we've got coming up. So don't move. I'm just going to bring it up right now. So just to let you know what we've got coming up, let's open our Meetup. So we've got a few cool things cooking right now. So just to let you know, this Monday, I've had a lot of you ask me Ed, can you please run a live webinar on how to write your marketing plan? So again, I used to be a business coach and marketing consultant before I became a LinkedIn trainer. So I'm actually going to bounce back to my previous history. I'm actually going to show you how to create your own marketing plan for the simple old template I used to use with my clients. So I'll be breaking that out. So make sure you join us on Monday, which is very, very, very cool. Also, too, we've got our face-to-face meetup in Canberra on Wednesday with Alexander Kittle and co. So looking forward to that one. And next Thursday, our next International Networking Zoom, we have got amazing Loretta Remy from Florida. And Loretta Remy is into health, cosmetics, and a great network marketing concept. And she's going to be telling us and giving you some health tips, plus talking about a company. So that will be next Thursday. So just include the links. Loretta Remy is amazing. Also, please connect with her. So, no, big thank you. Now, friends, I want to leave you to your evening or day, wherever it is. Before we finish up, is there anything anyone wants to say? Be it you want to say hello or say anything. I just want to open up to you. Is there anything you want to say before we finish up this incredible evening? And thank you again. Alessio, what are you thinking, Alessio?
Yes, I want to remind what you told, you said at the beginning of the meeting. Book one-to-one meetings with everybody, and because the connections always can help each other. Maybe some people have someone who can help the other person. So I want to remind you, book the one-to-one meetings with everybody. Thank you very much, Edward, and looking forward to meeting you next week.
Oh, well said, Alessio. Absolutely wonderful. Final call. Would anyone like to say anything? Please put up your hand if you want to say anything. All right. Well, let's call it a day or night. Friends, can you please hit that unmute key and give a thunderous round of applause to close the Zoom. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Ed. Thanks, guys.
Work
Thanks,
on.
everyone.
Enjoy your holiday.
Everyone.